blue and one half is red. That stuff is so easy. Why would it be in an art museum?
It's not so easy sometimes. The idea is part of what is behind it. And less is more. Did you ever hear that?
No.
Do you know what that means?
No.
Think about less is more. Makes it
Sometimes.
simple. Makes it easier. And what do you read?
I really like the historical fiction books. I'm reading a series called The Wings of Fire. It's about these dragons. It's super cool. I'm on the 6th book. I just finished it today in class.
Who's the author?
I think her name was Tui T. Sutherland. Like, there was a little about the author at the end, and I read it, and she was a 2-time Jeopardy champion.
And so you really like reading, huh?
Yeah.
So, tell me about what it's like one day. What did you do today? Let's start from the beginning and go on.
Well, for first period, I usually get to school really, really early.
What time?
7:45, and school starts at 8:30. So I play the basketball in the gym. Then my first period on Tuesdays is dance class. After that, I go to math, then science, then PE. After PE, I have...
After what?
After PE, I have 5th period, which is LE. It's language enrichment. It's about writing and grammar. After LE, I have lunch, then art class, then 7th
Sounds
period.
like fun.
I have language arts, then...
You had language enhancement, now you have language arts?
Yeah,
What is that?
language arts is like reading and book reports and all that. Language enrichment is mostly just writing and grammar.
So you use a pencil and you write with a pencil.
Yeah.
You're not using the computer.
We sometimes we're doing poems in language enrichment. So we would write the poems in our journal, and then the teacher would check them, and then we would type them up on the computer. So sometimes in LE we use the computer to write things, but that's really the only place we use them. Otherwise, in social studies, when we're doing our speeches for student government, that's the only other time. And in LA, when we're doing our spelling tests and really wise tests.
And what are you studying in social studies now?
Right now we're studying Florida government.
What's happening in government in Florida or in the United States?
We're learning about like Florida's government, like the senators, House representatives, governor, so that stuff.
You ever hear of a thing called human rights?
It's our rights, like freedom of speech.
Because right standing next to me is Devorah. You met Devorah.
Yeah.
And she's one of the world experts on human rights. You want to ask her any questions of what it is?
The rights you have.
What?
The rights you have as human. As a human.
You want to ask another question of human rights, Joel?
Do you know how many rights do we have as humans? How many are the articles that we...
32 maybe?
Oh, you were close. 30.
Oh man.
Uh-huh. Can you name some of them?
Freedom of speech?
Yes.
That's the only one I know.
What about life?
But
The right to life.
isn't that... Wait, but
What about the freedom of religion?
that's 3.
Uh-huh.
You have a book with you?
Yes, I'll give it to
You
him.
got to give it to him.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite teacher?
Miss Khan and Miss Arboleda.
What?
Miss Khan and Miss Arboleda. Miss Khan is my...
What does she do? Is she the one with the
LA.
games? No.
Miss Khan's my LA teacher.
Does he have male teachers? Any male teachers?
Oh yeah, Mr. Depew. He's my math teacher.
Who is that?
Mr. Depew. He's the math teacher.
The math teacher.
Yeah.
You like him?
Yeah, he's pretty fun.
Well, let's get onward. I think I'm ready to paint you. Tell me about this music. What is the music?
So it's from Bohemian Rhapsody, and it's the guitar solo in between it.
Great. All right, we finished. I'm not doing any more then. This is Gideon Goldberg. He's going to tell us about his mommy.
Well, she's really smart, and she actually just started her new business. She's a real estate agent. She's very creative. She's a really good knitter. She's really nice. She gives a lot to charity, and she's an amazing person.
She's definitely an amazing person. And tell me about what it's like to be here in the Ritz-Carlton.
It's pretty nice. My apartment is on the market. You should definitely buy it. It's nice to live here because it's also really nice to live in Coconut Grove because everything's in walking distance, so it's really nice. And I have a restaurant downstairs, so that's cool too. I have a pool and lots of other amazing things at the Ritz. So if you want to buy the apartment, just call my mom.